I'm gonna have fun with the LD70 tonight. Check it. Oh, this is creepy. Who's there? Who's there? Oh, I just stood on horse poop. Look at it. That's how big the LD70 is. A roll of quarters in your hand. Watch. 4,000 lumens of insanity from a roll of quarters. Look, my fingers even lighten up red. And look at that. Look at the blood in my fingers. Ah! It does get warm, folks. Boom! Come on! What's up, everyone? Don from Well Rigged, where I take a look at the most durable, most reliable, and high-performance products on the face of the earth. And today I am looking at the Imalent LD70. It's the smallest, no, it's not the smallest mini flashlight. It's the most powerful mini EDC flashlight on the face of the earth for 2020. It puts out 4,000 lumens. 4,000 lumens. And look, man, it's the size, approximately, just a little bit bigger than a roll of quarters. Crazy. Just look at that. Unbelievable. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I know you want to get to the chase right now, and I'll look at the details a little later. But let's take a look at some beam shots because, hey, that's what flashlights are all about. Okay, here's my Honda Accord headlights for baseline. It's about 3,000 lumens. You can see the projector beams make a very tight hot spot for throwing the beam. But here's the Imalent LD70 on turbo, much more flat light, broader beam, more of a flood. So here's a direct comparison. You can see the hot spot on the Honda Accord's quite pronounced compared to the LD7. All right, so I took this thing camping, and there's the lowest setting. 20 lumens is really for reading. 200 lumens is good for just task lighting around the camp, and 900 is the highest sustain level at mid. 2,000 lumens will step down to 900 after a minute or a few minutes at least, and then 4,000 lumens you'll get on turbo about 1 minute. So I took the LD70 on vacation with me to PEI, and we rented this camper trailer and had a lot of fun on this big acreage testing out the flashlight. You can see it's just got a very broad flood, very, very nice for exploring in the woods. Here I am. Again, 900 lumens in mid, nice throw. Look at the throw on this. 2,000 lumens and 4,000 lumens says it can reach out to over 200 meters. Usefulness of 200 meters, I'm not quite sure you could see that far, but yeah, even a duck pond here. Look, I'm discovering there's a little guy hiding behind the decoy there. The LD7 has a really remarkably nice wide flood. Nothing's going to creep up on you in the woods in this thing, man. It just gives you a very broad and powerful view of everything around you. This thing has a really impressive throw for its size. Just watch when I hit it 4,000 lumens. Just throws a massive beam downrange. Look at that. All right, let's take a look at the Imalent LD70. Here's the profile of it right there. Let's zoom right in there. You see it a bit better. Okay, it's kind of a neat design. The main body of it is within a secondary shroud. The LD70 kind of reminds me of like a small gun barrel with a silencer mounted to it. It's kind of a cool tactical thing. Also, you know, that extra shroud on the outside works to armor it more, makes it a more durable product. This thing can go down to 2 meters submersible, which is fairly standard these days. Powder coated aluminum, anodization, I think they call it anodized 3, or I don't know. I like these little ribs here. It's kind of little vented ribs just for styling, I think. Now, just what comes in the box. Nice little box. Is a gift, you know, for a nice gift. We get a lanyard with the light, and also a proprietary USB charging port. So here, you see this thing just kind of clips on. But you'll notice that there's one little complaint that I have is that when it clips on, it tends not to actually sit properly. There's something they could work on. See, I usually have to pull it back like that. And you see how it comes off a little easy? My only gripe, it's convenient. And then of course you can just set it up on charging, and if you look here, we'll get it on there. There's a OLED display which shows the charging status. I pop it off. I have it in lock mode, I think. Oh no, I don't. And then it tells you the lumen output as you step up. Very cool. This OLED display is really a feature that you would not expect on an EDC flashlight. It's a premium feature, and then the charging magnetic charger is also kind of neat. Just a little bit, could have been a little bit more convenient. The only thing about this is that if you lose this cable, you're gonna have to order another one from Imalent. You can't just use any other USB cable, right? Obviously, but it's only like $8 or $9 from Imalent, so not a big deal. This is the lanyard. Now I take a size large hand, and you can see I can get it on. If you had an XL hand, size large meaning on gloves, and there's a little button here, and that I can't do it right now. Once I had the flashlight in my hands, I could. That button adjusts. This flashlight isn't really a keychain light. It's a little too big for that, but it's nice for night walks and stuff, and having the lanyard connected. You know, some people might do it, but I'm more inclined just to hold it in my hand and stick it in my pocket. Listen, one of the first things you need to know about this flashlight is how to put it in lockout mode. So I have it off right now. What you want to do to put it into lockout mode is click it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a lock. You know, so you see that. There's a padlock on it. If I click it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is unlock. Now the reason why I think that's important is because if you have kids, or even if it's not kids, you can easily, I found that I put it in my pocket a few times, it turned on by accident. If you put it in your luggage, this thing could start a fire. Keep it away from kids. This is a very powerful flashlight. So if you're gonna have it in your pocket or packing it away, make sure you do the lockout procedure, 1, 2, 3, 4. There, it's locked, it's safe, it's not gonna turn on in your bag. That's important. These are high performance flashlights. In fact, most of the flashlights I review are very high performance flashlights, and they can literally light fires. Hey, if you're out in a survival situation, you could actually light a fire with this thing and get warmed up. I guess that's a plus, but you have to be careful and responsible with it. Okay, one thing I want to point out about this is it takes an internal 18350, I think it's an 18350 lithium ion battery. It's inside, you can't get it out. Some people might see that as a drawback, you know, because if you wanted to switch out the battery on the fly, you know, if you had a spare one, of course, you can't do that. And that's another little drawback, because if you lose this cable, there's no way to charge it. You can't take the battery out. Well, I don't know what the runtime is for these things. I'll put them up on the screen right now for your run times in the chart. One thing I should note is, although this can put out 4,000 lumens, it can only maintain the 4,000 lumens, as you can see on the chart, for about 1 minute. What you should expect from this flashlight is a sustained 900 lumens. The reason why I can't sustain 4,000 lumens is for 2 reasons. One is heat. I mean, look at this thing, it's so tiny. It can't dissipate the heat developed by 4,000 lumens. And also the battery drain. It takes a lot of current to provide 4,000 lumens, and so that heats up this thing pretty quick. Flashlight itself costs, what did I say, 60 bucks. And I've got a 10% off promo code in the description below if you want it. It's a pretty good deal for 4,000 lumens. I'd say that this flashlight is, on a lumen to price ratio, is one of the best deals you can get for the power that comes out of it. This thing is like the ultimate sleeper flashlight. It's so tiny, but it unleashes such a behemoth, megalithic amount of light. It's the type of thing that you take and you pull out of your pocket when, say, a guy like is driving by with his high beams on, and you just go like this, tick, tick, and remind him, hey, I got a bigger light than you. This thing is brighter than a car headlight, not even kidding. Well, I mean, I already told you that, I showed you that. Overall, for 60 bucks, heck yeah. That's a pretty darn good deal. And you know, if I was thinking of a cool gift that you could give a guy and say, hey, say this is, I just gave you the brightest EDC flashlight in the world, and it's not gonna break the bank, it's only 60 bucks. yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with it. I think it's a really neat little light. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for taking a look at the LD70 with me. So maybe you've got some suggestions for some really durable, highly reliable products out there, high performance products that you'd like me to review. Hey, throw it in the comments, subscribe below. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys all next time.